Well, a good Saturday morning, everybody, and welcome to the Great Western Shootout at A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois, as we are getting ready for game number one of a full day of basketball right here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed. I'll be taking you along here for game number one, which features the Knoxville Blue Bullets as they take on the Canton Little Giants. Knoxville will be in the navy blue uniforms, which you can see on the bottom left of your screen there this morning. And then the purple uniforms are the Canton Little Giants. What should be an excellent basketball game here about to take place as we'll get ready for the starting lineups, which they have on the screen to my right. So I'm going to take a look here and see just who is who. The problem is they haven't specified who is the home and the away team. So Knoxville being announced as we speak. Jacob Morris, number 0, walking out there. Then you've got number 1, Will Shreves. Number 4, Hank Walters in that starting lineup for the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Then you've got number 13, Peyton Hagman. And then number 33, Wayne Beardsley, who I have on my roster at number 30, so I've got to make that quick adjustment here. And then for the Canton Little Giants, number 5, Colin Johnson, making his way out onto the floor. And then we've got number 10, Lakin Otten. Whoops, I deleted his name off my score sheet there. Number 24 would be Braden Coker. Drew Reeder coming in at number 35. And Zeke Gandy, number 45, wrapping up the Canton Little Giants starting lineup here on this Saturday morning. A full day of basketball here for you from A-Town High School. It's good to be here with you, and feel free to get into the comment section if you'd like to have a conversation with us, react to some of the basketball you were seeing throughout the course of the day. But this one should be a good one to start things off here. Knoxville taking on the Canton Little Giants. Always loved that name there. I was actually born in Canton. Little fun fact about your broadcaster here this morning as Knoxville wins the tip-off, taking it quickly to the baseline, and we are underway. As top of the key, it is Hank Walters getting it off now to Hagman. Hopefully I say his name right, but I'll probably mess it up throughout the course of the broadcast here. Just a fair warning to the Hagman family if they're out there watching, as Canton nearly gets a steal on this opening possession. Good play by Lakin Otten to tip that one away. Like I said, full day of basketball. This kicks off the first of 8 basketball games here at A-Town High School. Clock is still rolling. I don't know what the deal is with that, if that is by design or there they stopped it here. Maybe they heard me up here in the crow's nest. There's not a lot of folks here. It's a little early, 9 o'clock, just getting underway here. Can certainly understand why folks would maybe be staying in, but basketball fans, if you're wanting to check out a great day of basketball, I do suggest maybe making your way down here or just continue to watch here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. And now all the confusion, and then the officials will come together and try to sort things out. Monmouth-Roseville will take on Southeastern in our next game. That one's set to tip off around 10:30. Then you've got Macomb taking on Argenta-Oriana. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly, but that is a noon tip-off. Sherrard takes on Farmington in, I think that's a girls matchup. That will be at 1:30. And I'll get to the rest of the games a little bit later on here as Knoxville back underway. Driving, kicking that one into the corner. Good ball movement here by the Blue Bullets. A little turnaround shot. That one goes up and in as Jacob Morris on the board. The first points of our ball game. And the Knoxville Blue Bullets have themselves a 2-0 lead. Canton Little Giants getting their first possession here. As top of the key, kicks it into the corner. Nice play to the baseline. Backing down, putting up a wild shot. That one no good by Zeke Gandy. And here come the Blue Bullets. Already up 2-0 here. Early on, 6:35 to go, driving all the way to the basket, laying that one up no good. And a rebound goes to the Little Giants. Here they come, both teams really trying to push it and laying that one up and in. A beautiful play by Lakin Otten, and Otten evens the score up. We are tied at 2. 6:17 to go here in quarter number 1 as dribbling at top of the key is Shreves, Will Shreves. And Shreve's back with it as he moves to the right side. Now gets to the free throw line and a double dribble. So the first turnover of the ball game for Knoxville. And that'll give the Canton Little Giants possession here. 2 minutes into our first contest of 8 here at A-Town High School. As turning around, driving is Coker. Had to pick up his dribble and unfortunately throws it away. Throws that one into the backcourt. And that'll be an over and back. There's the turnover, so just as we had our first turnover of the game, a little back-to-back turnovers. Other games going on later today. We've got Scales Mound taking on Fulton at 3 o'clock. Illini Bluffs against Rock Ridge at 4:30. The A-Town boys will take on Payson Seymour at 6, and the A-Town girls will wrap up the night against Macomb. Those were the games I didn't get to in the full schedule here of the Great Western Shootout, as I nearly took out my laptop to start the morning as a foul is called. That'll be on number 5, Colin Johnson. And that'll be Canton's first foul of this ball game. Backing down, now good kick into the corner. That's a two-pointer, and that one is up and good. It's Wayne Beardsley. And Wayne Beardsley gives the Blue Bullets a 4-2 lead. Nice pass right there into the corner to set up that open shot. Into the corner they go. As Colin, that is not, I think we got a new face in the game. Yeah, Logan Nichols into the game, number 1. Driving to the basket and laying that one up and in is Lakin Otten. And Lakin Otten makes it a 4-4 game. Top of the key, quick 3 on the way for Knoxville. That one's no good. The tip out of bounds. Ooh, that was a close one. Could have argued it would have went off of Peyton Hagman, but they say it went off of Canton. So the Blue Bullets will take possession. Hagman will check out. New face into the game, Tanner McGarry into the game. 5 minutes to go here in the first, tied at 4. As a nice pass to the top of the key. McGarry. Now they go into Beardsley again, and he is bumped and fouled. That'll be Canton's second foul here in our first quarter. Of course, the new foul rules in the whole high school realm of things. 5 fouls, and then you're in the bonus, so it should be the double bonus. They don't go by halves anymore like they used to, as that's a steal on the inbounds play. Here comes Otten the other way, and Otten lays that one up and in. Lakin Otten off to a hot start. He's got all 6 points, and it's a 6-4 lead, the first lead of the day for the Canton Little Giants. Knoxville with it. Oh, and there's another turnover, back-to-back turnovers, 2-on-1 the other way, taking it all the way to the basket and laying that one up and in is Colin Johnson. Finally, someone from other than Lakin Otten getting a basket. It's Colin Johnson, and the score bumps up to 8-4. And another steal. Good play by the Little Giants. They're just getting into those passing lanes, making it very difficult for Knoxville here in the early going. 8-4 our score. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first. Driving left side, a whistle, and they call a carry with 3:51 to go here. So that'll be a turnover for the Blue Bullets. Or excuse me, that'll be a turnover for the Little Giants, I should say. It'll be Blue Bullet basketball. That's what I meant to say. But it's still early. Got to give me the benefit of the doubt here for it being 9 a.m. here. It's still good to be hanging out with y'all. I would tell you, these teams are not bothered by the 9 a.m. start. They're flying up and down the court here in quarter number 1. Both teams really probably had to leave the school, I don't know, what, 6:30 this morning? Who knows? Driving basket, laying that one up and in is Will Shreves. And Knoxville pulls it to within 2. A nice play there by Shreves. That seems to be Knoxville's plan here today. Just get it to the basket. Here comes Otten. Nice kick into the corner. Open 3 on the way for the Little Giants. That one up and good. Ryan Yerbick hits his first basket. And Canton extends their lead, the biggest it's been so far in the early going. It's 11-6. Here's another drive, putting that one up. Nice little floater. That one no good and just stripped away. What a play by number 23, Maverick Starcevic. Into the corner, another three on the way for the Little Giants. That one's short. Rebound comes to Knoxville. The Blue Bullets will bring it left to right here. 2:40 to go in the first. Thought about a three. Instead, driving to the baseline, losing it out of bounds, but off of Canton. So it'll be Knoxville basketball. 5-point game here in the early going. The biggest lead of the game. Checking back into the game is checking into the game for the first time today, is Gavin Otto. Got a couple of Ottos, Lakin and Gavin out there. And I tell you, if they didn't have the numbers on them, I don't know if I'd be able to tell them apart. I don't know if they're twins or not. Tip that one. Nice pass back out. Left wing. A three is on the way. That one is good and a foul. That's Peyton Hagman getting that one to go. Or excuse me, that is Tanner McGarry getting that one to go. A three and one. A rare 4-point chance. And Maverick Starcevic picks up the foul after just checking into the game not all that long ago. They don't say it's a shooting foul. The basket is good, but it'll still be Knoxville basketball. And that one's thrown away. Here come the Little Giants. Otto all the way to the basket. Lays that one up. No good, but a foul is called. And Lakin Otto will go to the line. Okay, so I have Otto or Otten. Let me make sure I'm getting it right here. It's Otto. I'm just a dummy and spelled his name wrong here. Lakin Otto already with 6 points here in the early going. First free throw, that one up and good. Make it 7. And Canton's lead back up to 3. 2:10 to go here in quarter number 1. As the second free throw is also good. Dominant start for Lakin Otto. Gets that one up the floor. Nice play. Here comes Knoxville. A whistle. They call it travel. And Tanner McGarry turns that one over for Knoxville. 2:05 to go. So the Little Giants will take over here as we approach 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Good start to the ball game here. And putting up the shot. That one is good, but they're going to call a travel on Maverick Starcevic. So it'll be Knoxville basketball. We've seen quite a few turnovers for both sides here in the first quarter, so maybe that's what the 9 a.m. start is doing to these fellers. Could be. Bringing it up the floor is Hank Walters, able to dribble that one away, but then he dribbled it off his foot. Here's Starcevic, and he traveled again. Another travel by Starcevic, back-to-back possessions. The Little Giants have turned it over, and that is a nice play, but stepping on the baseline is Braden Coker. So nearly getting the steal on that one, 1:40 to go. And a nice play on the inbound, driving it all the way, and that one stripped out of bounds. Will Shreves got free, but the Little Giants were able to get back and make the defensive play. 1:38 to go in the first as they get it back up top. Now back into the corner. Here's Knoxville backing down, putting up the left-handed shot, no good. Offensive rebound, no. That is Jacob Morris getting into the paint, getting that offensive rebound, but unable to make the basket. Here's Coker, kicks it back out. That's Colin Johnson. Nice pass to Starcevic, who lays it up and in. Maverick Starcevic. And the Little Giants have a 15-9 lead, and we have a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We are back after this as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live. A full timeout as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to A-Town High School, the Great Western Shootout on a Saturday on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed as we are in the first quarter, about to wrap up quarter number one. A quick timeout by Knoxville, trying to keep this one close here in the early going. This is the biggest lead they've had so far, Knoxville, a 6-point lead. Or, excuse me, Canton has had a 6-point lead. The Canton Little Giants leading the Knoxville Blue Bullets. But Knoxville trying to keep this one close as we get ready to go to the second quarter. Here's Jacob Morris, and he is bumped and fouled. That'll be the 4th foul on Canton, even though there's only 1:01 to go here in the quarter. You still could be dealing with a situation where you could be seeing some foul shots, which certainly would keep Knoxville in it, depending on how this possession goes here, as Knoxville gets that one into the big man Beardsley. Knoxville's leading scorer is Tanner McGarry, who has the ball right now. A 3-point basket. And a nice defensive play, but a whistle and a foul. That one will be called on Gavin Otto. And that should push things over the limit. That'll be the 5th foul on Canton. And that'll send Hank Walters to the line. 47.3 seconds to go. As the first free throw is up and good by Walters, and they'll make it a 5-point game.
Checking in for Knoxville, number 2, Jane Durham.
Walters on the score sheet here as I was trying to find his name. Shouldn't be too hard. He's right near the top of the list with his number 4. A whistle and a foul over the back on Knoxville. That'll be on Jaden Durham. That's his first here in the contest. 15-10 is the score. 46.8 to go in quarter number one. Here comes Colin Johnson. 2 points on the day for him. The story so far has been Lakin Otto, who I don't see on the floor right now. So he's getting a little breather. But he, in this contest, already has 8 points. Good ball movement by the Little Giants. They get it into the corner. Here comes Braden Coker. Now back up top to Johnson. Up top to Coker with 13 on the play clock here, as this will likely be the final possession of this first quarter. Backing down, a right-handed shot. Offensive foul is called. Ryan Yerbik picking up the foul. Offensive foul, 6.6 seconds left on the clock. So when I said this will likely be the last possession, wouldn't you know it, I was wrong. It's nothing new. If you know me, as a whistle and a foul with 3.4 seconds to go, and Jacob Morris should be going to the line here for the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Morris with 2 points here in the contest. Knoxville looking to cut into that early deficit. As the first free throw off the back rim, no good. I kind of feel like I have to be a little quiet during the free throws too, just because of how quiet it is here in the gym. My voice carries. Well, I can't whisper since I'm on the broadcast, but that's just the way it goes as the second free throw is up and good. But you don't want to be the reason. You don't want to be the announcer's jinx. Here's Coker from just inside the half-court line, putting up the shot, no good. And our score after one quarter, good quarter of basketball, 15-11 as Canton leads Knoxville. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to A-Town High School, the Great Western Shootout for 2023, as we get ready to go with the start of the second quarter. First quarter in the books with a 15-11 score. The Canton Little Giants leading the Knoxville Blue Bullets. Did that just reset the fouls? I don't have to do it when I change the period? Well, there's a new wrinkle in the system. I like that. That must have been a Dewey change. He made that one happen, I think. I like that. I always forget to reset the fouls after the quarter. As getting it in. Here's Otto. He's got 8 points so far here in the game. Lakin Otto, number 10, right there on your screen. And he picks up the dribble, gets it right side to Colin Johnson. Good back and forth in quarter number 1. Canton, a little turnaround shot. That one is no good. A whistle and a foul is called. That'll be a bump on the Blue Bullets, so that'll be their first foul here in the quarter. 7:41 to go here in quarter number 2. They kick it out. Coker pump fakes, drives, kicks it back out. Into the corner it goes. A 3 on the way for Reeder. That one no good. Nice rebound going up to get that one, Jacob Morris. Here come the Blue Bullets, down 4. They trailed by as much as 6 in that first quarter. Morris backing down. Turnaround shot. That one on the way. No good. Rebound comes out to the Little Giants, Yerbich. Or Yerbic. I'm going to go with Yerbic. Although the name looks Serbian. You kind of want to call him by Yerbich, but I'm sure it's Yerbic. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments section. Good ball movement here by the Little Giants as Johnson kicks it cross court to Otto, drives the baseline, kicks it back out. Coker, left corner 3. That one no good, but he's going to get his own offensive rebound, driving, putting up a shot, and then he forgot to release the basketball. Always fun when you see that. Put up the shot, but ultimately forgot to get rid of the basketball. I think he thought he was going to get blocked so he could come back down. If he gets blocked, he can come back down to the floor, but nobody touched him. 6:40 to go here in the second. Nobody scored yet in this quarter. Better make that adjustment here onto my score sheet. 15-11 after the first quarter. All right, we're good now. Will Shreves gets it left side. And tried to get it into the paint to Morris. That one off his wrist. It'll go out of bounds. Another turnover. Knoxville kind of struggling with the turnovers there in the first quarter. Both teams kind of struggled with turnovers, but Knoxville a little more frequently. That's why they were trailing. Here's Otto kicking that one into the corner. Driving the left baseline is Yerbic. Nice pass, getting that one to Johnson, who lays that one up and in. Colin Johnson with his second basket. And the Little Giants lead back up to 6. Shreves has got it, loses it off his foot, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called on Jacob Morris, as he may have got too much of the hand as he went for that strip. Would have been a nice play if he was able to come away with it, but he did not. 5:42 to go here in the second, 17-11. And that'll be the first foul on the Little Giants, I believe. No, it'll be the first foul. Should be on Knoxville, but they put it up on the board, I think, for Canton. But either way, scoreboard says 1-1. We're going to go with that. As Otto walks with it, Lakin Otto. Been a little quiet since the early going of this game. He had 8 points right off the gate. Since then has been held scoreless. Here's Will Shreves, whose name I have spelled oddly in my score sheet here, as that one goes out of bounds. I was in a hurry putting my score sheets putting the rosters into my score sheet on my laptop and held the shift button for one letter too many, so the I in Will is also capitalized. So it looks like his name is W-L-L-L. Gotta love it. Here's Otto losing the handle, and another turnover for the Little Giants. I tell you, the Little Giants turnovers they've had here in the first half have certainly kept Knoxville in it. And there's a nice little up and under. That one up and good. Jacob Morris, his second basket of the game. He's got 5. Knoxville trailing by 4 once again. Here's Otto getting it to Coker, Back to Coker, top of the key, a 3. That one's short. Rebound comes to the Blue Bullets. 4:42 to go here in the first half. A good half of basketball this one has been. As we get things adjusted on the scoreboard here, backing down Jacob Morris. He's at the free throw line, a little too deep, a little too far away, to be backing down, so he hands that one off. Gonna try it again, backing down. He's gonna get a little bit more momentum, and he's also gonna draw a foul. They have finally adjusted the score sheet here, so let's see. It is Knoxville with 2 fouls. A foul is called. Is that correct? It is. Now Canton commits their first foul. So the scoreboard finally updating correctly, as I updated it correctly as well. Into the corner it goes. Will Shreves. 4:10 to go here in the second. That one's tipped, and another steal. Here comes the Little Giants. Thought they had numbers for a second, but instead they get it. Here's Yerbick going all the way to the basket. Boy, the lane opened up like the Red Sea for him. He drives, no bucket, but a foul. Blocking foul with 4 minutes exactly to go in the quarter. And the first free throw on the way for Ryan Yerbick is short. Yerbick with 3 points. Hit a 3-point basket earlier in the contest. Still a close game, though. A good 4-point matchup to start off game 1 of 8 here at A-Town High School. As the second one up and good. Yerbick, See, every time I look at how it's spelled, I want to say it the other way. Nice drive to the basket, but missing the layup is Jaden Durham. And a good tip and a good steal as Canton was trying to come down the other way. So a nice play by the Blue Bullets. 3:40 to go. Tanner McGarry, a 3. That one a little long. Rebound comes out. Here comes Canton. They're trying to push it again. Both teams were moving up and down the floor in the early going of this game, but things have kind of slowed down. Here's Yerbick, a little elbow jumper. That one is up and good. Ryan Yerbick. He's starting to feel it. And the Little Giants now have a 20-13 lead and a steal, but they lose it out of bounds. That was a 2-point basket, by the way, for Yerbick, but I'd forgotten to put up the free throw that Ryan made earlier. Inbound play. Here come the Blue Bullets. Shreves, nice little behind-the-back dribble. He's going to take it all the way to the rack, laying that one up and in, and a foul. What a highlight for Will Shreves. Little behind-the-back dribble there, driving to the basket, getting the harm and the bucket. My goodness, what a play that was. And I put the wrong point total on there. There we go. 20-15. Free throws on the way. And the and one opportunity is good. So I was correct. I was just getting ahead of myself. I put the 3-point basket up there before it was a 3-point play. 20-16. Canton putting up the shot. That one up and in. Logan Nichols, his first basket of the game, and a nice answer. Biggest lead of the day so far here. Back to a 6-point game. A bump and a foul is called. Kind of surprised that's not on Knoxville. It kind of looked like an offensive foul from up here, but a bump and a foul called on Canton. Will Shreves just picked up his 3rd foul. Oh, no, that was on Knoxville. So they're up to 4 fouls here in the quarter. Why do I have Canton with all the fouls? Let's make the adjustment here. Knoxville with the basketball. They get that one in, backing down Morris. A little turnaround shot. That one blocked away. Nice play by the big man for the Little Giants, Zeke Gandy, who hasn't played all that much despite getting the start. Up top, Colin Johnson. Cross-court pass to Otto. Otto gets free, a little mid-range floater, no good. Good fight for the rebound for both sides. Throws that one, and somehow Canton comes away with the offensive rebound. Left wing, 3 on the way for Colin Johnson. That one's no good. Rebound comes out to Beardsley. Here comes Knoxville, trailing by 6. A whistle and a foul is called. 2:07 to go here in the first half. 22-16 our score. Zeke Gandy picking up his foul, his first foul, excuse me. So that'll be on the Little Giants. Third team foul, excuse me. And a nice handoff to Jacob Morris cutting to the basket, but he loses the handle, and it's another steal. Another turnover by Knoxville. 6-point game. Kicks it back out. Here's Otto. Baseline pass. Kicks that one back up top to Coker. Starcevich, and there's a turnover. Didn't see what the call was, but probably a travel, if I had to guess. It was a travel or a carry. 1:45 to go here in the first half, 22-16. Knoxville still very much in this one here, as they've been struggling since really midway through the first quarter. That one's tipped and stolen away, but the furthest they've trailed is 6 points. Canton hasn't really pulled away yet. Coker pump fakes, gets it to Otto, back to Coker, drives the baseline, puts that one up. It's blocked away by Knoxville. That one blocked away by Hank Walters. 1:15 to go. Here come the Blue Bullets. Up top, it's Tanner McGarry. And a double team comes. A bump and a foul is called on Canton. That'll be their 4th. Or excuse me, that'll be their 5th. I am struggling because, well, on the scoreboard, see, in these games, you don't know who's going to be the home team. You don't know who's going to be the away team. So I have the home team. Well, I guess that is right. You know what? There's no excuse. There's no excuse. I was going to tell a whole story about how the home and away sides are usually on one side of the board when you look at scoreboards in sports, but, I mean, I have it right. Knoxville's technically the guests. The Little Giants are the home team. And I have that on my scoreboard. I've just been a little backwards here. Second free throw is up and good by Tanner McGarry. And that makes it a 5-point game, 22-17. Under a minute to go here in the first half. Great half of basketball we're seeing between these two. Good way to start off the first of 8 games. Coker's 3 is on the way, no good. Starcevich comes away with a rebound, but he travels with it. I think it's the 3rd time we've seen a travel on Starcevich here in the first half. 45.2 seconds to go, and Knoxville has a chance to cut this to a 1-possession game. And a timeout is called by Knoxville. They want to talk things over before we go into halftime. We'll talk it over as well. We're back after this as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
And welcome back to A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH, the Great Western Shootout. The game number 1, first of 8 games here today. And it's been a good one so far. Biggest lead of the day was 6. We've seen that a couple of times throughout the first half for Canton, but Knoxville, got to give them credit. They're scrappy. They've stayed in this one. Lakin Otten leads the game in scoring with 8 points for Canton, but he hasn't scored since midway through the first quarter. Here's McGarry. Good double team, good full pressure for the Canton Little Giants. A whistle and a travel is called. Boy, that defensive pressure right there, they turned it up to an 11 out of that timeout right there. My goodness. 31 seconds to go. Canton with the basketball, moving right to left. as Canton will swing that one around. Coker, far side. Good ball movement, getting it into the corner. There's Gandy, whistle, and that one out of bounds. It'll stay here. 15 seconds exactly in quarter number 1. Yerbick will check into the game, as he'll check in for Braden Coker. And Hagman will check back in. Peyton Hagman, as Coker, I thought, was going to the bench. Instead, he is going to inbound the basketball. And that'll be a foul on Knoxville. Will Shreves picks up the foul. 15 seconds to go, so we'll try the inbound play again. They get it into Otto. 12 seconds. Nice pass to Coker, cutting to the basket, puts up the floater. That one rattles off, no good. A whistle, and it'll go the other way with 5.9 seconds to go. And the Knoxville Blue Bullets, that foul, will send Knoxville to the line, as that is 6 fouls on. Wait a minute, is that correct? Scoreboard only says 4. We may be off a foul. Either way, going to the line is Wayne Beardsley, as his first free throw is good. So Knoxville cuts the deficit to 4, 22-18, with 5.9 to go. Second free throw for Beardsley is no good. Rebound goes to Canton. Here they come with 3. Coker gets that one up the floor, but he throws it away with 0.6 seconds to go. And that might be the final play of our first half. Knoxville likely just going to inbound this one, give it a shot. Well, they're going to try it. 3 for quarter court. Oh, my. Hank Walters had a good look there, but it is no good. We've reached the half of game number 1, the Great Western Shootout, as we got a 22-18 score. Canton with the lead over Knoxville. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff
Sure.
like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a 4th generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a 4th generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being 4th generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like, the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago, and here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story. You love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of 2, you might be one of 1. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And welcome back to A-Town High School in Abingdon, Illinois, as we are at the Great Western Shootout here on this Saturday morning on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. My name's Wyatt Reed, as we are moving along here in game number 1. And game 1 has been a very competitive, well-played game there between the two sides, Knoxville and the Canton Little Giants, as the Knoxville Blue Bullets trailing by 4, 22-18. Canton out to that 4-point lead. Biggest lead they had in the first half was 6. Knoxville, I believe, had a lead very short time in the first quarter. Was only about a 4-point or 2 or maybe even a 4-point lead. A very short-lived. As Canton kind of took control midway through the first quarter. And then it's really just been a kind of back and forth, and neither team has been able to pull away, go on a very substantial run. So that's why the biggest lead you've seen here today so far is Canton by 6, and Canton now leads it by 4 as we get ready to start our second half. Look at the scoring breakdown here real quickly here before we start half number 2. Lakin Otto leading the way for Canton. He has a game-high 8 points, 6 points in for Ryan Yerbich, 2 points, I should say, for Logan Nichols, 4 points for Colin Johnson, and 2 points for Maverick Starcevich. Looking at the Knoxville starting lineup here, or their lineup, scorers here, 5 points for Jacob Morris, 5 points for Will Shreves, 4 points for Tanner McGarry, 3 points for Wayne Beardsley, and 1 point for Hank Walters. That's your scoring breakdown as the horn has sounded, and we're ready for a second half of basketball between these two sides. Knoxville will start with the basketball. And we got quarter number 3 up there on the old scoreboard, so we should be good to go. Inbounding the basketball, Morris gets it in to Hank Walters, and here comes Knoxville right to left as you look at your screen here this Saturday morning. First game of 8 games at A-Town High School. Cross-court pass. I think he threw that one to the ref. Cross-court pass goes out of bounds, so a turnover on the first possession of half number 2. Turnovers were definitely the story, as you'd say, in that first half. Knoxville turned it over quite a bit. But, I mean, you look up at the scoreboard, you're only down 4 points. Got to feel pretty good for how much they turned the ball over. A three-pointer on the way from the wing. That one is no good by Otto. Rebound comes out, offensive rebound to Canton. Here's Coker driving. Kicks that one out. And now they drive back in with Reeder. A nice pass back to Otto, up and under, no good. Rebound comes out, and here comes Knoxville with 7:15 to go here in our third quarter. Walters, a nice pass to Morris. That one is tipped. They were trying to get it into the corner to Beardsley, who would have had an open look. Canton moving in transition, Here's Coker. Picks it up, gets it back out to Otto. Lakin Otto. As he kicks that one, nice little elbow shot. That one up and good. It's Colin Johnson. Colin Johnson now with 6 points, and Canton matching their largest lead of the day so far, 24-18, 6-point lead. Nice pass back to the wing. As the Blue Bullets trying to cut into that deficit. As that one dribbled off the shoe of Johnson and then thrown away. Coker comes away with it. 2-on-2 the other way. What a move by Coker. Braden Coker gets on the score sheet with a little highlight, and the lead is up to 8, 26-18. Braden Coker with his first 2 points. A whistle and a foul is called on Canton with 6:01 to go here in quarter number 3. And a reminder, feel free to get into our comments section, as we love hearing from our viewers out there, your reaction to some of the basketball you're seeing. Morris, little turnaround shot. That one no good. A lot of contact, but no call. A whistle, and it'll be a foul on Knoxville. So Canton will take possession. Both teams committing a foul there on that possession. 5:56 to go here in the third. I bring that up, the comment section, because Layla into the comment section with an emoji.
That's my sister.
That is our camera girl's sister, according to Miss Alyssa, our camera girl. Getting up early with us here on a Saturday morning. We certainly appreciate her helping us out. It's going to be a long day of basketball, but a good day. Left wing, three's on the way. That one up and good. Lakin Otto. He hasn't scored since midway through the first quarter, but he finally gets on the board, and it's the biggest lead of the day for Canton. They lead by 11, 29-18. Another bump and a foul. Things have been a little physical here so far in the early going. It'll be on Canton. That is a foul on number 21, Ryan Yerbik. His second, team second. And with 5:28 to go here in quarter number 3. That one tried to get inside, but instead it's tipped and stolen away. Here's 3-on-2 the other way. Colin Johnson lays that one up and in. Colin Johnson extends the lead, and the run has ballooned, has ballooned out to a 13-point lead. 31-18, timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. Back after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call at the Great Western Shootout at A-Town High School. And a 9-0 run to start our third quarter as the Canton Little Giants extend their lead. It was 4 when we started this second half, but in less than 3 minutes, it's now up to 13, and Knoxville trying to call a timeout to stop the bleeding. As Canton still yet to break the huddle. Now they come on out to the floor. Knoxville was ready to go. They get the inbounds play. And they have the basketball. That one is tipped at the line, nearly an over and back. Nice ball movement here by the Blue Bullets, who've turned the ball over quite a bit here so far in the second half. That one into the wing, a corner 3 on the way. That one no good. Offensive rebound fought for by Hagman. And a tie-up. The possession arrow will give it to Canton. But that was a great effort right there by both sides, really, but a good offensive possession by the Blue Bullets. Good ball movement. Just unable to get the shot to go. Under 5 minutes to go as they hand that one off and get it to Otto. Otto drives, kicks it to Coker. Left corner 3 on the way. That one off the back rim, no good. And a whistle, and a foul is called on Canton, so it'll be Knoxville basketball. That'll be the third foul on Canton here in the quarter. So fouls, free throws may become an issue. You never know. Bringing it right to left now is Hank Walters. He's got it. Now they get it to Beardsley. Good back and forth between Hagman and Walters up top. 3 on the way for Hank Walters. That's no good. Offensive rebound. Morris put back, no, but a foul. 4:18 to go in the third. 31-18 now the score. And Lakin Otto just picked up his first foul. That'll be the team's 4th. First free throw is up, no good for Jacob Morris. Has still got a goose egg on the scoreboard here in the third quarter, do the Blue Bullets. As that one up and good, so that is no longer a thing. But they still are on a 9-1 run, are the Canton Little Giants, with the basketball, trying to extend the lead even further. Biggest lead was 13, and I think they're going to call an offensive foul. They do. They call an offensive foul on Canton. So that'll be the 5th foul on the Little Giants. Offensive foul, though, no shots. At least it shouldn't be. That is on, they say on the scoreboard, number 21, Yerbik, just picked up his 4th. So he is going to sit. The other Otto, Gavin Otto, has made his way out onto the floor. 4:07 to go here in the third. Bringing it right to left, they get it. Up to Walters. But his ball movement here in the second half has been something else. Nice move. Morris puts up the shot. No. Offensive rebound. Tip back up and in, and a foul. Jacob Morris gets that one to go. And it'll be an and-one opportunity. That'll stop a 9-1 run right there in its tracks. Morris with 8. And that one is short. Rebound goes to Coker. And here come the Little Giants. Knoxville down 10. Canton has the lead as they get it up top. Here's Otto driving to the free throw line. Nice little turnaround, and that one off no good. Rebound goes to Jacob Morris. 3:33 to go in the third. 31-21. Here's Walters in the right corner. Loses it out of bounds, but it was off of Gavin Otto, so it'll stay with the Blue Bullets. Great basketball game here to kick off 8 games here at A-Town High School. If you're a basketball fan, this is the place to be. Either TSSR Game Time Live or here at A-Town High School. Tanner McGarry, fresh into the game. He has the basketball, tries to get it to Beardsley, and he threw it away. Here's Johnson the other way, laying it up no good, but a foul. Colin Johnson quietly having himself a good day. He's got 8. That foul is on Knoxville. It's their second. Wayne Beardsley getting back defensively, so good play by him, preventing the 2-point basket. As the first free throw is up and good by Colin Johnson. He has got 9. And the Little Giant lead goes to 11. Biggest it's been is 12. Second free throw up and good. Into double figures now is Colin Johnson. Oh, and a 3 is, or excuse me, that one no good. Yeah, it is good. Somehow Canton got another shot off, though. I was updating the scoreboard and missed what happened there. Jacob Morris putting up the shot, but that one is called back because of a travel. 12-point lead for Canton with the basketball. Lakin Otto bringing it left to right. 2:42 to go. Driving it is Coker. Picks it back up. Top of the key. 3 on the way for Colin Johnson. That one too strong. Rebound out of bounds off of Canton. So it'll be Blue Bullet basketball. Inbound play. Nice play by Knoxville. They've got an opening, but it is quickly sealed up by Canton's strong defense. Driving, going to the baseline is Walters. A bump and a foul is called with 2:22 to go. That'll be the third, or that'll be a foul, excuse me. That'll push the Little Giants over the limit. And that will send Hank Walters to the line. He's 1 for 2 today from the line. And the first free throw is up, no good. Make it 1 for 3. Peyton Hagman checks back into the game for Knoxville. As the second free throw up and good, so Hank Walters, another 1 for 2 from the line. Lead down to 11. Here's Johnson moving into the corner. Nice pass into the corner. Better pass. And it would have been probably a shot by Logan Nichols. Instead, it's a turnover. And the Blue Bullets will have it with 2:13 to go here in the third. I'm telling you, a better pass. Logan Nichols probably pops that corner three off. And a good pass down. Here's Hagman trying to save it, but it's a turnover. Otto comes away with it. That's a good play, nearly executed there by the Blue Bullets. Johnson into the corner to Nichols. Good ball movement by Canton. Here's Otto driving, now stepping back. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. Nice pass to the baseline. Johnson, a little floater. That one up and good. Colin Johnson. He now has the team lead in points. He has 12. And here's Jacob Morris the other way, laying it up and in, and a foul. Jacob Morris into double figures for Knoxville. What a play, laying that one up and in. And Morris will go back to the line for a and one opportunity. First one on the free throw, excuse me, on the way. It's up and good. Morris has 11. And the lead back down to 10. Driving is Coker, a little up and under, no good. And the foul fest continues here in this quarter. That'll be a foul on Knoxville, their third. And that'll send Braden Coker to the line. Just 2 points on the day for Canton. As the first free throw's up and good. That pushes the lead back to 11, 36-25. Second free throw, Coker, no good. Nice rebound, Starcevic. Driving is Otto, and he threw it away. And that was a great rebound by Maverick Starcevic. And the other way, Hagman lays that one up and in. Peyton Hagman on the board for the first time here today. And that cuts the lead to single digits. It's a 9-point lead. Here's Braden Coker all the way to the basket, laying that one up and in. Braden Coker with 5 points. Boy, what a move that was. Nice pass to Morris in the paint, putting up the shot. That one almost went. But a foul is called. And that'll be another foul on Canton, so already over the limit. Jacob Morris leading the team in scoring. That first free throw's up, no good. He's got 11 so far here in the game. 38-27. 55.9 seconds to go. And the free throw, no good. So 0 for 2. Certainly not what you want to see if you're Knoxville trailing by 11, trying to cut into that lead. Here's Colin Johnson. Gets it to Coker. Coker drives to the baseline, goes all the way to the basket. That one blocked away, but a foul is called. Jacob Morris will pick up the foul. And that is Jacob Morris's third. It's the fourth foul on Knoxville here in the quarter, so they're up to the limit. First free throw by Braden Coker is no good. 40.8 seconds to go in our third quarter. Well, 9-0 start to this third quarter for Canton to push the lead to 13. Coker gets that one to go. He has 6. But the lead now sits at 12. Nice pass into the wing. Tried to get it into the paint. Tried to get it into Durham. But it's tipped and stolen away. Canton has just been all over the passing lanes throughout most of this ball game. 20 seconds to go. And now Coker with it. Gets a screen from Gandy. 10 seconds. Canton with a 12-point lead, looking to make it the biggest of the day so far. 5 seconds to go. Here's Otto. He drives, baseline, puts up the shot at the buzzer. That one too strong, and that'll end our third quarter. One more quarter of basketball. Can Knoxville come back? We'll find out. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back. TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Wyatt Reed on the call as we are on game number 1 of the 2023 Great Western Shootout. The Knoxville Blue Bullets and the Canton Little Giants. Canton out to a 12-point lead after 3 quarters of basketball. They have led after every quarter so far in this contest. 15-11 after 1. 22-18 at the half, and they were kind of able to blow that one open with a 17-9 quarter. They lead it now 39-27. 8 minutes to go here in this ball game. We'll see what Knoxville can do. See if they can get on a little bit of a run. It was a 9-0 run that turned this game on its head. 4-point game, but a 9-0 run to start the third quarter. Gave Canton a 13-point lead, and we're sitting at a 12-point lead now. See what Knoxville can do, and on the first possession of the fourth quarter, they throw it away. So not the ideal start for Knoxville. 7:40 to go. Inbounds play. Here's Otto. Lakin Otto got off to a really hot start, but has only scored 3 points since midway through the first quarter. Here's Otto into the corner. Now Coker. Good ball movement by Canton. Otto nearly wasn't ready for it. Nice pass. Johnson cutting to the basket, missed the layup. Knoxville comes away with it. That was a nice play there by Johnson. Just wasn't able to come up with that one. 7:13 to go. That one's tipped and stolen away. Here's Evan Gandy, a little 2-on-0 the other way, laying that one up and in. Logan Nichols. Nice pass by Zeke Gandy, getting it back. That one's tipped and stolen away. Here comes Nichols again, 1-on-2, and offensive foul is called. 6:55 to go. Let me update my scoreboard here, a little slow on that. Bucket was good for Canton, 41-27. This is the biggest lead Canton has had so far. Plenty of basketball remaining as a double dribble, here from A-Town High School. All games will be on separate streams, so you just want to make sure you keep going back to the home page. The links are created, so if you're done with this one and want to wait for the next one, you can, or just go find the link to the next game on our home page after this game comes to an end. Into the corner, a 3 on the way for Otto. That one's no good, off the front of the rim. Rebound comes out, and Otto comes away with it. What a defensive play for him. Get it to Zeke Gandy. Here's Coker, pump fakes. But yeah, all the links are there. Go to our homepage, upcoming live videos. And you will see, a little step back 3 on the way for Logan Nichols. That one no good. Nice rebound by Gandy, putting it back up, no good. And Canton last to touch it, out of bounds off of Lakin Otto. And it'll be Knoxville basketball. But Monmouth-Roseville will take on Southeastern in our next game. And Macomb will take on Argenta Oriana at noon. Sherrard and Farmington, Scales Mound and Fulton, Illini Bluffs against Rock Ridge, and then the host, the A-Town boys, a 3 on the way. That one no good by Walters. And offensive rebound, a little floater on the way. That one also no good. Out of bounds off of Will Shreves. So it'll be Canton Little Giant basketball. But back to what I was saying, the A-Town boys will take on Payson Seymour at 6. And then the A-Town girls wrap up the night with their game against Canton. That's the only girls game of the day. Otherwise, this is boys basketball tournament or a shootout. A whistle. I find that kind of cool, though. The host school playing the girls. Should be an excellent day of basketball here. And here's Otto going to the basket, and a whistle and a foul is called. And it will be a foul on Knoxville. So that's their second foul here in the fourth quarter. Nichols walked with it, and it'll be another turnover. Just 2 points on the scoreboard so far here in quarter number 4. 5.5 to go in the fourth. Tries to get that one into Beardsley, kicks it back out. Here's Walters into the corner, right wing. A three is on the way. That one's short. Must have been tipped or something. And a rebound comes out to Canton. Here comes Otto all the way to the basket. No good, but a foul. Lake and Otto pushing the issue. And he will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws. I won't be here for it, but one of the games I'm excited to see, A-Town boys taking on Payson Seymour. I cover the A-Town boys throughout their home games. As the first free throw is up and good. Lake and Otto matches a team high with 12 points, and that pushes the lead to 15. But they're coming off a good win against Elmwood earlier this week. Lost a close one to Farmington last week. Playing some good basketball. I think that game against Payson Seymour will be one of the great games of the day here later tonight. But I will not be here for it. I'm kind of bummed, but I will be watching on TSSR. I promise that. Second free throw is up and good. 13 points for Otto. He now takes the team lead in scoring. 43 to 27, putting up the shot. Morris gets that one to go, but it's going to be called back because of a travel. Canton now with a 16-point lead, their biggest. And 5 minutes to go here in this game. Into the corner, Nichols, wide open left wing three. That one is good. Logan Nichols off the bench coming in. He's got 7 points. And the lead continues to grow for Canton. As driving Morris puts up a shot. No, but a foul. So that'll be a foul on Canton, their second. Knoxville has 3. I've been a little slow at updating that. I've been trying to go story mode, but trying to talk about the schedule and all that stuff, and I have failed to update the old scoreboard there. So we're good to go now. Jacob Morris adds to his team lead. He has got 12. And next free throw up and good. So 13 points now for Jacob Morris. And the lead is 46 to 29. 17-point lead. Canton slowly pulling away as Otto goes to the baseline. Coker now with it. And that one's tipped and stolen away. Never say never, though. I saw a girls' game go from, there's a 3 on the way in the corner. That one up and good. Tanner McGarry. A 3. He's got 7, and Knoxville within 14. I was just about to say, though, I was in this building. I was watching a girls' game go from 25 to 6. In, what was that, 4 minutes, Alyssa? You were here for that game, weren't you? Wasn't that like a 4-minute stretch? We saw a 25-point lead go down to 6. It was wild. It was wild. I remember that. And a whistle. I don't know if that was an inadvertent whistle or what the case is, but they don't have a foul on the board, so that might have been an inadvertent whistle. That was a couple weeks ago. I can't remember who that was against. It was A-Town, and I can't remember who. Coker going all the way to the basket. A little up and under, no good. Rebound comes out to Knoxville. And a basket here get a little momentum going here. There's a three on the way from the wing. That one is good again. Tanner McGarry into double figures. And we've got an 11-point game, folks. Nice pass to Gandy. Quickly, here comes Canton. That one's no good. Coker comes away with it. Back to Gandy. Zeke Gandy lays that one up and in. Zeke Gandy, his first basket of the game, and a timeout is called. And we will take it with them. We're back after this. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back to A-Town High School, the Great Western Shootout here at A-Town High School. Wyatt Reed on the call for TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. As we are in the fourth quarter, and the Knoxville Blue Bullets with a little bit of momentum here. They were down 19 a while ago, and now they were able to cut that lead down to 11. But now it is sitting at 13, 48-35. But Knoxville has been playing a lot better, thanks in large part to Tanner McGarry, who's hit 2 big threes. He's into double figures. He's got 10 points. And Knoxville with the basketball, 3:11 to go. Inbound play goes to Will Shreves. Now here's Walters. Hank Walters gets it. Back to McGarry. Dangerous man right now. They go to Hagman. Under 3 minutes to go. Back to Walters towards the top of the key. Nice pass to the baseline. Hagman, he'll cut, Jack, go to the baseline, try to kick it to Morris, but it's tipped and stolen away. Boy, Canton has been so good at that. Here they come the other way. Logan Nichols lays that one up and in. Logan Nichols with 9 points off the bench. And that was a back-breaking turnover, 3 on the way. That one is no good. 50-35. Time running out for Knoxville. Walters gets it to Morris, driving to the basket, laying that one up and in. Good play by Canton not to foul on that one. Jacob Morris, he's got 15 here today. He's definitely been a bright spot for the Blue Bullets. They've kind of struggled here in the second half as that one whistling a foul is called with 2:02 to go. 50-37 our score. And inbounding the ball, Colin Johnson. Good defense there by Knoxville, but they're able to find a way to get it in. Here's Lakin Otto leading the team in scoring. They kick it into the corner. Nichols now tried to get it into the paint, but that one is thrown away. 1:47 to go. Got to move quickly as a whistle and a foul is called. Jacob Morris bumped on that one. That'll be the third foul on Canton. Believe. Okay, something is not going right here. I got to make sure that I get my numbers right here. Ryan Yerbik just picked up his 5th foul, so he checks out for good. He is fouled out. Maverick Starcevich will check in his place. 1:40 to go. They get it back to Morris in the paint. A little turnaround and another travel. And those turnovers just coming at inopportune times. Jacob Morris trying to argue the call, but it's to no avail. Bucket would have been good, too. That would have cut the lead to 11 again. Minute and a half to go. Driving all the way to the basket, laying it up. No, but a travel. Back-to-back travels for both sides with 1:29 to go here in the fourth. Both teams, I think, coming from this one, will certainly want to clean up the turnovers. Don't have a running tally, but it has been quite a few turnovers in this ball game as Nice pass, cutting the baseline. Walters, an extra pass to Morris. Put up no good, but a foul. And that should be on Canton, and that will be their fourth. Colin Johnson picking up his fourth. And sends Morris, who has 15 points here in the game, to the free throw line. Misses the first. Yeah, we talked about the turnovers at the inopportune time, but the missed free throws at some inopportune times here for Knoxville here in this game, as that one up and good. 16 points now for Jacob Morris. And that cuts the lead to 12, 1:18 to go here in the fourth. Both teams will be in the bonus after the next foul. Coker, here's Braden Coker, losing the handle a little bit. He's got it though, right wing, picks up his dribble and gets it back to Otto. One minute to go here at A-Town. Game number 1 of 8 as they get it back up. Otto with it. Looks like maybe Knoxville content just to try to play some strong defense without fouling. Well, I say that, and he grabbed him. There's the intentional foul. Ugh, what can you do, man? Just when you think you know. A foul that'll put Canton into the bonus. First free throws up, no good by Lakin Otto. Otto leads the way with 13 points for Canton. 2 players in double figures, almost 3. Logan Nichols has 9. And Otto, wow, that one hit every part of the rim, did not go in. Rebound goes to Knoxville. 45 seconds to go. Here they come, right to left. Walters gets it back into Morris. Morris puts up the shot, no good. That's blocked away. Hagman there to clean it up, put it back up and in. And that makes it a 10-point game. 34.8 seconds to go. Timeout, full timeout. We'll take it with them. Back after this, you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.
MTC Communications is building.
I chose physical therapy because I knew.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to A-Town High School, the 2023 Great Western Shootout here, hosted by A-Town, as we are in the fourth quarter. 34.8 seconds to go. Timeout just called. A 10-point game. This game was a 19-point game a little while ago. Kind of feel like if Knoxville were to get a stop here, just maybe they start believing a little bit. You never know. Colin Johnson to inbound the basketball. They get it into Otto. Back to Johnson. 30 seconds to go, and there's the foul. That'll send Canton to the line. And, you know, Canton, I talked about having a 19-point lead earlier here in the game, but they haven't really, done themselves any favors. It feels like they could have really ran away with this thing here in the second half, but now you look up at the scoreboard, it's a 10-point game, and that's certainly thanks to some missed free throws. First free throw on the way and good, by the way, by Colin Johnson. He's tied the team lead. He's got 13. But some turnovers and missed free throws for Canton has kind of kept the Blue Bullets in it to some degree. Second free throw, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds off of Canton. 28.4 seconds to go, 51. I gave the point to the wrong team. There we go, 51-40. Gave it to Knoxville there for some reason. Here comes Knoxville, down 11, 24 seconds to go. Here's Walters. Getting it to McGarry, who's been really good here in the fourth quarter. 3 on the way for Walters. That one's short. Rebound, offensive rebound goes to Hagman. 12 seconds to go. Good ball movement. Walters drives all the way to the basket. They let him have it. No good. Offensive rebound. Hagman, no good. And with 3 seconds to go, the rebound goes to Canton with 1.6 seconds to go. And that should do it. We'll have a couple more free throw opportunities, but Canton will take game 1 in the Great Western Shootout. Monmouth, Roseville, and Southeastern, game number 2, which is set to take place here very, very shortly. As the free throw up by Gavin Otto. You got Lakin Otto out there with 13 points. Gavin is yet to score. Haven't seen him much on the floor today, but he has been out there. Missed the first free throw. And the second free throw also no good. The rebound goes to Knoxville, but that will retire the clock and retire this ball game. 51-40. The Canton Little Giants getting the win over Knoxville. And more basketball is to come here in just a few moments, but let's wrap up the scoring breakdown before we sign off here, because I got to sign off because my man Dwayne will be taking over the play calling duties for Monmouth, Roseville, and Southeastern. So let's take a look at the scoring numbers for Canton, their leading scorer since they were the victors, 51-40. 13 points apiece for Colin Johnson and Lakin Otto. They both lead the way in scoring for the Little Giants. 9 points for Logan Nichols. It was 6 points for Ryan Yerbick. 6 points also for Braden Coker. 2 points in for Maverick Starcevich. And I got Logan Nichols in there. 2 points in also for Zeke Gaddy. So that's your scoring breakdown in that contest. Looking for the Knoxville Blue Bullets, obviously falling in this one, but they did have a bright spot. Jacob Morris, he had 16 points for the Blue Bullets, and he finishes with a game high. 10 points there for Tanner McGarry, who had a really good second half, really good fourth quarter. Hit two big threes to cut the lead down to 11 at one point after trailing by 19. It was 5 points for Will Shreves, 4 points for Peyton Hagman, 3 points for Wayne Beardsley, and 2 points for Hank Walters. That is your scoring breakdown of this contest. Game 2 set to get underway here in just a few moments, about 15 minutes from now. Monmouth Roseville will take on Southeastern, and we'll have basketball all day long here on TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH. Just make sure you go to our homepage and make sure that you are ready to go here. All the links are created, so just make sure you join us all day for the Great Western Shootout. Thanks to our camera girl, Alyssa, as basketball is to come next from A-Town High School. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, brought to you by MDH.